Okay, so morning everybody, and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 23 and we were discussing about the CMDB part. So yesterday what we did, we understand the CI classes, and we create one CI as well on the computer table. And now we are going to be see the next part of this mapping. So mainly we need to be covered two things today. Number one, that how this mapping work, and number two, how this relationship work in the service now. That is important for the understanding. So let's see where we were yesterday. So we can come on the computer and let's search for the LH. Yes, good. So now you can see that yesterday we created this asset and yesterday we created CI and this asset got created, right? Now we are going to be see, let me open this particular asset here, CI here, and let me open the asset in the parallel. Okay, so we saw few changes, like if I make a change in the CI, maybe in the assigned to, in the managed by, those things are getting changes in the asset. And now we need to be understand that how this particular mapping works specifically. Okay, how this particular stuff work, because I told you in the beginning that this is all about the configuration. There's nothing called the magic or the black magic here. It's all about the configuration. Someone written some code somewhere that is working in the background and making the things possible for us. Okay, so now for this part, what we have to be do, we have to be come here and open the map table. Mapping, I guess. Yes. And if you scroll down, you will find these three tables. One is asset and CI field mapping. Number one part. Number two, the install status. And number three, the hardware. What is the install status? Do we have this install status here? Let's see. No, we don't have that part. So let me bring, but do we have something here for the status like this? So now what we'll do, we will bring 2 or 3 fields on the form level to show you that how this thing working together. Then we discuss these 3 tables in a one go. Okay. Operational status. Okay, 1. Install status. 2. Substatus. 3. Hardware status. This one. Okay. Let's see if anything else we have with the status. No, this thing we don't require. Operational installation, hardware status, and substatus. So let's
Hi,
see.
Atu.
Yes, hello.
There were only 3. So why did you add operational?
Operational, I will tell you.
Okay.
I will tell you. Just I'm adding this 4 because there are lot of confusion with this 4 status.
Okay.
Operational status is something different than the install status.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's come here and reload this page. Good. So now we have these 4. So the first part we are going to be discuss is called the field level mapping, right? level mapping of CI and asset means if I change like assigned to, let me say assigned to is Armando Pepic. If I click on the save here, I can see the change happen in the asset as well. You can see if I change the managed by here, let's say Eli Bettner and save, then I can see managed by is coming here. Now the question comes how these things work together. Because I told you that the field in the CI and the asset are common, but not every field. But not every field. Maybe, and also one more thing, this is coming from the CI table and this is coming from the asset table. Two different tables, but they are they sharing the common fields? Means that the field has been created on the one table and available in the both, or they have their own fields, their own tables, but there is a bridge has been built up for this mapping. So let's say understand this part. Assigned to configure assigned to. Okay, it is coming from the ALM asset table. Let's come here and see assigned to. This is coming from the CMDB CI computer table. It means if I show you this CI and asset don't have or not sharing the common field. They are, so there are two fields with the same name on the two different tables, but there is some bridge between in this. So like this is a bridge which is connecting these two tables, and this bridge is called the field mapping. This is a bridge which is mapping these two tables. So now if I come here and open the mapping table, here, now you will see total 29 fields are there which are common in both the tables. I'm again repeating my words. Don't think that these are the one field or two tables. They are the two fields on the two separate tables. So there are ServiceNow say that these are 29 fields which are common in both. If you make a change in one of the table, that will be changed in the second table. So like you can see asset and configuration. If you want, you can add more as well, but see that what is the benefit of doing that? Do we need this extra field on that particular part? If no, then better let's not add any other field. So if you make any changes in these fields, either in the table, either in the record, in the CI or asset, it will get changed in the next one. So let's say if I make a change in the OS domain, let's say LNG is the OS domain. I know this is not exist, but let's put save. Do we have OS here? Let's see. Configure home layout. Let's see that do we have the OS here or not? No, we don't have that field available. That's fine. Good. Because maybe asset don't require that what software has been installed. Asset just required the high level stuff. Okay. So, but again, one thing which is important here is that field mapping is there. This one. The field mapping is there. But is the service so smart that by creating the field mapping it work? No. we have a bridge. We have two sides of bridge, 1 and 2. There is a bridge in between. But how to walk on that bridge is still pending. Maybe that bridge is completely of the wooden. You cannot take your bike, you cannot take your car on that. You can go only by walk. Not two-person can go in a one time. So now we have to find out that what is the code written, because there must be some code as well, which syncing these two stuff with the help of the mapping. So now we'll come here and we see the business rule, which we saw yesterday. Business rule. System definition. And now we will see the sync. Asset and CI sync. It is very basic and very famous business rule in this system. Sorry, this one. Just keep your eyes open on this part. Do we have something like asset and CI sync? Asset sync this, not this one. Let go a little bit more. Sync. I generally keep it ready with me, but I want to be sure that there are a lot of things which are working in a synchronization manner. Sync domain. Let me try to put CMDB. CMDB sync event, not this one. Reclassification, not this one. Mapping, not this one, not this one, not this one. CI team, not this one. No, wait, I'll need to check. Now see anything on the synchronization. Check asset and CI already exist. Insert, create usage, generate, duplicate. Asset tracking, asset expenditure, this one. But this is on this particular table. I'll check one more time. Let me open this. Let me know this and I'll check. CI and asset synchronization in service. This. There is a business rule name I'm just looking for. Asset CI mapping and synchronization. So this is the good which we find out now. Property, not this one. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so we come here and change in the CI and change this. Let me see the right one which I'm looking for. Action, sorry, advanced. No, not this one. Let me check again. Asset and CI synchronization business rule in service. Now this is what happened if you did not do practice again and again. So they are saying this business will ensure a corresponding CI is created when a new asset has been inserted. Okay, but what is the business rule name? I'm looking for that business rule name here. Come on, where is that particular stuff? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, we have to read a lot. Wait. Asset and CI with this, because this is very much important. Let's see, do we have something on this? Business rule name in service now. Or maybe we are the right as well. This is a create CI on insert that we did already. Name will. I need to be checked. It's a script include. Let me check another script as well. Include. These are different ways to write the scripts in the service now, guys. Huh. Code between asset and CI records. Let's see this one. Generally, we don't go in this depth, but the problem is that until unless we'll not understand this part, it is tough for us to be understand the actual mapping. Asset and CI fields, this one good. So yes, this is we're talking. So now we said that if I make a change, let it be like this. If I make a change in the CI, my asset gets changed. And how this thing work? This work because there is a script has been written in the background. This one. The first script, if you see this one, this is signature code between asset and CI, which says that on which particular class I have to be create an asset. As I told you yesterday, right? Computer, we are able to see the asset. Server, we are able to see the asset, but not to any other class or not other classes. We are able to see that particular stuff. Now, this is the code which work in the background. I'm not going in the code because this is not that much easy to understand. So you can see this is very big code. Model creation, then under which particular class it should go, if already CI asset is already exist or not for that particular part of the CI. So that have to be checked. But we are more interested on this part. This is a script include which has been called in one of the business rules. Script include is something which is hidden part. As a, you can say this is as a function which is written somewhere and it can be used by any other coding part in their own use. Okay, so this says there's a class which is called ascent and CI synchronization. This is what the code. Okay, and what it says. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one. Okay, and what it do? It call three different mapping table. This is a first table. Let's see, is the right table we're talking? See, ALM asset CI field mapping. Yes, we are on the right table. So this particular code run in such a manner and go and check these table one by one. First, it check for the field mapping, then it check for the state mapping, then it check for the hardware status or the state mapping. And on the basis of that, it take the further action. I know, even for me as well, it is very tough to be understand. It's not a few line code. If you see more than 300 lines, this code is there. But we need to be understand that, okay, if I am making any change in my CI, which making a change in my asset is coming from is taking two parts. Number one is taking this, and number two, it's using this particular code. Let me close this. Asset and say is not required. Let's close this business rule. Close this as well. Okay, that is the first part. Fundamentally, it is very easy to understand. Okay, we got the idea. That's fine. Now the problem come when we discuss about these four areas. Let me minimize this little bit. This one. Operational status. Install status. Hardware status. Now, if I ask you, all these three are the same or different? What do you say, Sahil? Are these three are same? If yes, then how? If no, then why not? Eliza. Are these the
I
same?
don't think they are the same.
They are just same. How you can say they are same?
No, I don't think they are the
Okay, you
same.
don't think. Okay. Arnav,
Yeah, I also don't think it's the same.
then what is the difference between operational and install status?
For example, install status could be installed, but probably operational status could be non-operational, not
Any
necessarily.
example?
Mm,
If I say that you hit very near to the bull eye,
mm,
but you need to be give me example.
yeah, just thinking.
Okay, I'll tell you the story now. Okay, the car which we have in our parking, it's very old, not in use. That is the operational status,
Right. Mm.
right? See, CI is there, or you can say asset is there, but not in use. Operational nahi hai. It's bad. It's not working properly. This is the operational status. Install status, you don't have the car even. है ही नहीं, right? You don't have a car. It's not installed. You book the car, but it is in the showroom itself. Not you did not bring that car to the house, right? And the third is called the hardware status. At the last, car is nothing but it is a hardware for me, which I can scrap it. And that is still the same. Sorry, I lost my car. Hardware status is lost. Install status is missing. Operation status, don't know. Because it is not with me now. Maybe it's working, maybe it's not working. Now the problem come, Atul, okay, that's fine. Then why ServiceNow give these three different field here to confuse the user? See, from yesterday till now, we are talking about the two things, CI and asset. Then why you bring the hardware? Correct? Uh, think from the business perspective that why ServiceNow added this hardware status now? That is a problem here. What is the need behind that? Why they did not say it is an asset status? Why they specifically call it a hardware status? Right, Arnav? So now ServiceNow say number 1 point, never ever use these three fields at the same time in a form level. That is the first thing. Either you use operational status, either use install status, or either use hardware status. Because these three fields has a three different way of working. Number 1 part. Number 2 part, operational status is mainly about the CI. that is my CI is working or not. Install status is mainly for my asset. And hardware status is again for my hardware part. Even not it's an asset, not it is a CI, it is a hardware for me. Computer is what? Computer is a hardware. I'm using it or not, that is a separate part. So now if you see, let me come back here. Confused.
So just to confirm, operational status is for CIs, install
Yes.
status is for assets, and hardware status is for?
For hardware level discussions.
Okay.
Now that is the point, Atul, why this confusion is there.
Hmm.
Yesterday we started with the journey of CI and asset. We were discussing today CI and asset. Then why you bring hardware? Because if you notice yesterday when we were discussing about the CI classes, what was the first class? Hardware.
Hardware.
Hardware, then computer, then base computer, and then our CI came, right? Maybe I'm taking care of the hardware department. It doesn't matter that this hardware has been used anywhere or not. Okay, so if you see here that we have three mappings. Asset and CI install status. Asset and CI hardware state mapping. It's a very big deal now to be understand, because practically if I say I spend more than 1 week to understand that why these three fields are there and how these three fields work in a sequence or in a proper manner. Then I got this link. It is gone. This one. This will give you a little more insights. Okay, this asset record and CI records are mapped logically. See, again the same thing. Car which is in your parking, asset for you. But a car, when this car move to the mechanic place, it is a CI. But they have a common thing. So they say there's asset record, there's a CI record. In the asset, we have two things, state and substate. Let's see. State and substate. They call it as install status. Okay, good. State and substate work from asset to CI. See, until unless my asset is not installed, will my CI will be operational?
No.
Right? It means it work from here to here. Then hardware status and substatus. And they're saying that these two status types are not related. Don't think that they are in the same stuff. No, I already told you, this is the hardware part. This is the from the asset perspective you are thinking. Let's build a new house. You are thinking from the investment perspective, but your father is thinking from the expense perspective. But you both thinking the same lines. For you, it will be asset. For your father, it will be expense. Right? So when we talk about asset to CI states are working on the install status. When we're talking about the hardware status, it's work from CI to asset. If you make some changes in the hardware, that's going to impact my asset. So now what service now recommend? Number one, either use this, but don't use these three things in a one go, in a one form. Why? Now what will happen? If you open this is an asset state, asset substate, asset state, asset substate. Okay. This is a configuration item status. configuration item status in stock. I'm talking about this thing, install status. So now what I will do, I'm going to make a change here. In stock reserve. And what is the stock room? Let's say this one. And save. Come to CI. Everything gets changed. In stock, this. Atul, that's wrong. Why? Because you showed us only one table. That if it is a in stock, what we have say? We select this value, right? Stock. In stock reserve. Then my CI install status will be in stock. But why this gets changed? Why this gets changed? You will agree with me, right? We just make a change at this level. And I know if I make a change here, it should only impact to this. But why it's impacting this? Because there is another mapping table is there. And now you can see. Hardware status should be in stock and sub status is reserve. Hardware status is in stock and sub status is reserve. It means if you make a change in a one place, it may impact two places. Now let's make a change here. Let's say in maintenance. Okay. And save. Maintenance, let's come here and see. Maintenance, then it should be maintenance only. Now let's check. Maintenance only. And let's see. Maintenance. But did you notice one thing? Even though my CI in the maintenance, but still it's showing operational status. It means, is there any impact of install status on the operational status? Let's see. Let's see, do we have any field which can impact on this part? No. Let's see here. Do you have any field? No. So one thing is very clear that either my operational status is anything. Let's say I put it in as a retired and click on the save. It's going to be change anything here. See. Atul, ये तो cheating है. This is cheating now. Let me come to see your faces. 100% confused. Right, Random?
Yeah.
Because one side we are saying that there's no impact. And on the other side, we can see the impact as well. See, I make a change in the operational status. Let's come back and see here. Retired. Sorry. See. And why this is happening? Because we have a sync direction as a both. Either you make a change in CI or asset for this particular status, it will impact on the asset as well. But did you notice? There's nothing happened. See, hardware status gets changed, not the install status gets changed. Now, if I come back here, that is what I'm saying. that it took 1 week for me to be understand that why this is be happening. See now. Retired and the both. Retired and lost. See, retired and lost, missing and lost. So let me come on the conclusion part. The conclusion is that these are two tables, 1 and 2, but these 4 fields work in a proper logic given by ServiceNow. And that logic has been designed and defined somewhere in this part here. See, asset state, substate, synchronization direction. If you read this code, you will be able to understand. This is for the hardware status mapping. We'll get something more. This is for the CI status. Okay. Infer asset state field CI field update as appropriate. Okay, this is for the field level. Even though this is field as well, right? At the last, it is field as well. So now the question comes that why it took 1 week for me to be understand. Now, Eliza, Sahil, or Arnav, including Atul, have a one question in mind. Why we cannot use these 3 fields in a one place? Why they did not work as I want? I want to see operational status. I want to see the current install status. I want to see the hardware status. It is not possible. Very clearly, I'm saying it is not possible. Now, that is the reason. If you are working as a CI manager, then you are more interested on this too. If you are working as a asset manager, you are interested in this. But if I'm working as a hardware manager, I'm only interested in this. So for the 3 different people, there are 3 different fields given by ServiceNow. But if you bring everything on the form level, it will confuse everybody. And now this is what happened to us. Right, Eliza? We are confused because we're not able to understand that why and how it's been working, even though we know it is working because first, if I make any changes, first it will go in this table. It check, okay, what I'm changing it and what type of direction. Then it pick up the value from here and go here. Now, if I change retired and the vendor credit, it is a both side, right? Let me go retired and the vendor credit. And now see retired and credit. Because somehow it picking up the value. First it go and pick up this value. Then it check is any corresponding values there. If yes, then update. And also it check that how the synchronization is happening. Asset to CI, CI to asset, or the both side. If I remove this, let's put the group by. Now you'll see. So either asset to CI or the both side. And if I go here, CI to asset or the both side. So in the hardware, mainly CI to asset is the priority. But here in the install status, asset to CI is mapping. Now the point which I told that Atul, can we sync these 3 fields in a one place? Answer is no. But I want that instead of creating so much confusion, one thing take precedence. Either install status take precedence, either hardware status take precedence. This can be doable, and I'll show you one knowledge article. Asset single asset CI install status not working KB article. This one of the best article which I found on this part. And after doing a lot of troubleshooting, when I reach on this particular article, let me show you, give you this article as well. And strong recommendation to read this, please. And if you see, I'm not telling you that how to do, but I'm telling you this. So we have four stuffs: asset to CI status mapping, asset to hardware mapping, CI to asset mapping, and hardware to asset mapping. Total four status we have, four combinations we have. Number one, asset to CI, this to this. Status, this one, this, and we're linking with this. Working fine? Yes. Second, we have asset to hardware, this and this. Working fine? Yes. I want CI to asset. I want this and this, or hardware to asset. Means if I make some changes here, then it should change here without impacting anything. So ServiceNow say, boss, first and second is working very much fine. You can use it. But out of third and fourth, only one can be used, not the both. Either you can sync CI to asset, or either you sync hardware to asset. But you cannot do the both things in a one go. If you want to do, okay, for me, for my company, let's say I'm providing hardware as a services. And for me, this doesn't matter. This is matter. Then if you want to be enable this, put this as a precedence, then you have to make a code change up to this level, this one. And this is nothing. This code we can find out here. If you scroll up, you will find out. See, asset sync, synchronization script include. And they say, if you want to make a precedence, this is the existing code. Let me show you. This one. Go here and add this line. Add this line. What they say, that precedence should be go to the hardware status. That what mentioned in the hardware status should be captured here. If you make this change, then your fourth one will take priority. This is what this three field level, or sorry, mapping table work here. Very confusing, but I'm telling you, once you read this particular KB article, and this KB article is very old, very old. Let me show you something which I can say. See, from Jakarta it is be using, and now we are on the Vancouver. It's too old, too old. And maybe there are some technical challenges due to which ServiceNow is not able to resolve this problem, but they have a workaround. Or maybe it's not a good business case as well. You are CI manager. Why you want to see the hardware status? All right. So it depends from business to business that what they want, and accordingly action can be taken properly. Clear, everybody? Any doubt? Any question?
So right now it's done in a way so that hardware manager only sees the hardware status. The CI manager, asset manager sees only the asset statuses. Is that how it's done today?
No, no, no. You can see any status. But the thing is that to whom you want to show which status, it's depend on you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. So typically in the industry, it's done that way, right? I mean, for example,
Typically in the industry, we use only operational status on the CI form. Even
okay.
we don't use these three fields on the form level. Background will be there. See,
Okay.
my son says that he don't like this brinjal. Okay, but I know that it is a good vegetable and he need to be eat that. So what my wife do? She will beat that and put in the parathas and he eat it. Until unless it is hidden, you have no issues. For him, it's a paratha only. But for me, I know that, or my wife know that it is not only paratha, it is a brinjal paratha. Because it is hidden in the background. If I show him in the plate, see, this is chapati, this is roti, bread, and this is your brinjal. He will not eat. No, 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 no. You told that I'll not. I don't like brinjal, and I'm not going to be eat it. But if I hide it, things will work. But for me, there's no issue. My wife say, okay, this is brinjal, this is roti, you can eat it. I said, okay. So practice says to whom you want to show what. For that, you have to be define on the form level. For a CI manager, only this thing have required. For asset manager, this is be required. For the hardware manager, this is be required.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. This is what we have to be do here. Now the next point. Sorry, Eliza and Sahil, any doubt, any question?
No.
Okay, good. Now the next point which I want to be discuss is called the relationship. Relationship means Arnav and me are the good friends. We are the family friends. Let's say my father know his father for a long time. My mother know his mother for a long time. The sisters are also be know each other. Okay. Arnav get married and his wife is also become our family friend. She can call me uncle. My wife can be some relationship will be there. So there are the different relationship. Generally, I take one example. When a child take a birth, as soon as the child delivered by the doctor, people start putting the relationships. He's my niece, he's my nephew, I'm a father now, I'm a mother now, I'm a grandfather now, I'm a grandmother now, I'm uncle now, I'm an auntie now, I'm mosi, I'm chacha and chachi, like this. So these other relationship, that child don't know that who is who. Even he don't know that who is my mother, who is my father, until he get in an age to understand the stuff. So in the CMDB world as well, we have a relationship as well. A computer cannot work standalone. He needs someone's support. A application. Now you install the WhatsApp. Atul, I'm using WhatsApp. I'm using Gmail. But how this WhatsApp is working? Atul, I have a phone. What phone? Android phone. It means this WhatsApp is using or runs on the Android. And Android is running or installed on hardware. So someone says there's a recession in US. How it is going to be impact India or other countries? Because people build a relationship. US is a strong country, the economy is good, they are the manpower, they have a good army forces and XYZ parameters they start. If they are getting impacted, we are getting also impacted. how this thing come to know. I'll put one more example, then we'll go for the practical part. Let's say Arnab, as we say, Arnab take a new house. Now it's old one. 4 or 5 years has been done. He is married. He has 2 kids, and his parents came to meet Arnab. Arnab welcome and say, okay, good. And the father says, Arnab, your house is getting little old now. Let's do the painting work. Arnab said, Dad, yes, I agree with you. I'm thinking to do the painting. Okay. Arnab father is a retired one, so he go to nearby shops and get the quotes. Full house, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom house quotes, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakh rupees somewhere. He put the proposal to Arnab. Arnab, I'm thinking let's start because we are here now and you are a little busy. So what we can do, we are here. Let's call this painting guys and start the painting work. Arnab says, OK, Dad, let me check with my wife as well because we need to move the things from here and there and other things. Arnab put the proposal to the wife and wife says no. Reason being, the first reason she said, Arnab, this is February end and we're almost ending the March first week. Kids have their final exams. Number 1. Number 2, Arnab is working in a banking sector and he has a closing period as well. It means Arnab cannot also give the right time. And number 3, her wife is getting a job change and she cannot take off very quickly, or maybe she need to be travel to some business trip. She cannot give all the time in home to make all these corrections or the changes and other things. And the overall proposal get postponed now. Arnab convey this thing to father. Now the see that how a painting work is going to be impact to the kids. This is what they call the relationship. Because the mother know that if there is a painting going on, we have to move the stuff from here and there. And if it is happening in the exam days, students or the kids will not get the concentration and they will lose something in their studies. So better not to start this part. This is the relationship. Even kid don't know that what is the painting, how the painting happened. They are very excited, but mother know that this is going to be impacted. So she said no here. So now this is what we call this as a relationship. A CI has a relationship, multiple relationships a CI can build. And to do that part, and we don't build the relationship on the asset, build the relationship on the CI level only, because this CI will be get captured in the incident change in the problem. Click here to create the relationship. What type of relationship you want to create? You want to create as a parent, depend, distributed, host. You can see these many relationships are there. Say I want to go for the first one. Let it be. Let's say contains. Okay. And my CI contain these 3. Oh. Okay, good. So like this. Now, if you see and surprise that I pick up the first relationship type and ServiceNow say that you cannot build relationship other than these class, means you can build, but this is the recommended one. This is the recommended one. Again, as soon as a child take a birth, first the family member make relationships, not the person who is staying last in your row or in the house, in the last in the roadside. He did not make any relationship. First the family people make relationship. This is what the recommended one. ServiceNow say that you can use these class as a recommended and click on the plus. Okay. Now let's little bit go down. Depends on. My computer, my class is depend on this, this, and this. Plus. Now notice here that mine is parent and rest are child. Maybe I'm using some other system, right? So I can see the next one. Let's see any other one which I can show you a good one. Member of. My computer is member of these servers. Now you can see these become parent and I become child. And now click on the save and exit. This is very much important. See, I am, let's come here and open this CI. See, I am a ServiceNow consultant. I can recommend that what type of relationship it should build, but it is the customer responsibility to provide me parent and child. That what should be the parent and what should be the child in the relationship. And now you can see I have a relationship here. Atul, but it is tough to be understand. Click on the dependency view. This is the master game changer for you. Now, this is father. This is Arnav and this is Arnav family. Father says, let's do the painting. Maybe we can put some more tape, one more parent here. And if you do the painting, it is going to impact everybody to the bottom. Or kid is not well. Everybody get impacted. All the relatives get impacted. Hey, this kid is not well for a long time now. He is getting fever again and again. This relationship map or dependency view help you to understand that if any incident get raised on this particular CI, how it is going to be impact on the top level. If this particular CI did not work, what will happen maximum? These three will not work, but these three will be working properly.
Yeah, so impact is mostly on the child ones, right? That's what
No,
you said?
it depend on which CI you are raising the incident.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Maybe these two are related, but this particular CI will work only if the child also work. And if child is not working, it means it is not working.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I show you some examples here, CI asset dependency view service. See. And this is a simple one. I worked for a client who has more than 100 and 200 relationship in a single CI. Can you imagine that how it's be visible or feasible to be see everything?
Wow.
This is what the point. This is a very simple one which you are able to see. Now you can see. This is a relationship. And practically it happen. If you're working for a banking client, if you're working for a telecom client, you have gone mad. See this relationship. So this is what? Now see. Even we cannot read it easily. So this relationship help us to understand the impact. That what is going to be happen, what's going to be happen if I make a change on this particular CI. That is why I told you in the beginning that a dependency view, a relationship help you to understand the impact. Either you're working on a change, either you're working on an incident, either you're working on a problem. If I make a change on this CI, it will impact this and this as well. And this is called, the upper one is called the what I can say. Wait, what we say? Not this one. Let me show you the two types. Upstream and the downstream. upstream and downstream. This is upstream. Double bond. This is downstream. ServiceNow suggests the best relationship as well. So better we use the relationship in a proper manner. And you can say like this, or if you want, you can do like this. Like this you can do, or the flat or the merge. Tough to be understand what is upstream, what is downstream. So better we split it. Want to go for the file level, you can go. You want to show all relationship, depends on which relationship you want to show, you can put it easily. And also you can do some changes here. Vertical, horizontal, radial, force, or group by. This one. Up to you. So what is your homework? Create 2, 3, 4, 5 CAs in the different classes. Maybe asset get created or not, that's fine. See the asset, if asset getting creating, see the asset. Do this field level changing, do the status level changing, do the install status level maybe. And then go and make a change in the relationship, build the relationship. Okay. This is what we have. Any question, any doubt?
No,
Arnab, Sahil and Eliza.
yeah. Practice it obviously, but yeah,
It's,
good.
see, CMDB is not on the practice if I say. CMDB is more on the reading perspective. If you read, you will know a lot of new things. So if you practically see what I showed you just one class, computer. But if you want, you can go and open every other class as well. Let's see what is computer peripheral. Atul, in a company, the company purchased mouse as well, keyboard as well. These are also having a financial bindings, right? Where we track that? Peripheral somewhere. See. In my company, 1,000 of employees, lakh of employees are working, and every employee has a keyboard. Boss, I'm not getting these keyboards as a free of cost. I'm paying for that. But we did not create a specific CI for the same. Because I cannot go to everybody's desk and say, okay, what's the issue I'm facing in the keyboard? We say if keyboard is not working, better get it replaced. Because that is not much valuable for me that I can spend some time to rectify that keyboards. But laptop is a big thing. And that is the reason we don't create 100 of CIs, sorry, 100 of assets for the keyboard. We create only bulk, that these are the assets. 100 assets of keyboards, because it is tough to track each and every asset. Even though if you notice that every company who is issuing the laptop or the desktop with the keyboards, they have the asset tags under that. Every component which you're getting from your company having some code, some tags, so that it can be tracked. Let's see what is the asset for this one. See, they have asset, but category is peripheral. Even though they're assigning it as well, they're also good one. Let's issue this keyboard to this particular person. So multiple things you have to be do. Now go here. Server. Create one server and check, is that server get created in any other class as well? A very big debate happened in one of my project. Create one server and see, is that server getting created in any other class as well? If you find out answer, we'll discuss it tomorrow. Last question before sorry.
To create a server and then you want me to check if it's getting created in some other class.
Yes.
Okay.
Now don't settle. Come on, are you fool? How this is possible?
No, if you're saying there must be something, so we'll check it out.
But there must not be anything. Maybe I want to just confuse you.
Yeah, the best way to find out is by checking. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also see why specifically I said only the server class. not any other class. There must be some reason behind that. Now,
Yeah.
all right, try to find out the answer, because these are the very minute thing which we did not notice, but it has been noticed by one of my customer, and they make it as a like big escalation. And you have to find out that why this is be happening. It is actually be happening or not, or I'm just putting a wrong clue here for to confuse you guys. Okay, Chali, any last question before I close the recording for today? Okay, let me stop the recording and take attendance now.